Greetings, everyone. Welcome to Simplilearn. My name is Rob Sanders, and I'm going to talk about how to rank YouTube videos today. So at Simplilearn, we take our videos on YouTube very seriously, meaning that when we create videos, we want people to see them because we know we make good videos and we know we have good content and we know that our audience is going to enjoy it. And so we want our audience to see the videos that we're creating. And so we're going to give you some tips and tricks and methodology and ideas on how to get your videos to rank on YouTube. So at Simplilearn, if I go to YouTube and I just type in machine learning, you can see we're right here is the first organic video on YouTube for machine learning. If I jump over to Google and I type in machine learning basics, you can see we're number one for machine learning basics under videos. If I click on all, we're also ranked here as well under the video section on organic search results. Another example, data science for beginners. We ranked number one for that. If I look at another keyword, data science interview questions, okay, we're ranked number 2 for that. So we're ranking for a lot of videos. And why are we ranking for a lot of different content and videos on Google search and on YouTube? Well, we put a lot of work in behind the scenes of creating the video, and that's what we want to show you. So part of that has a lot to do with how our audience engages and sees our video. So for example, we're looking at the machine learning basics video here. And we can see that it has over 221,000 subscribers for this video, 234,000 views. We've had over 2,000 people like the video, and we have had over 270 plus comment on the video. So when we get our videos to rank, then we can see there's a lot of engagement. And so that's the whole idea, is when you do a video and you want it to show up on YouTube, you want people to enjoy it, you want people to share it, you want people to like it, you want people to comment on it. And that's part of the whole ecosystem of YouTube. It's, we're going to show you behind the scenes of what it takes to get your videos to rank. And then we're going to show you some of the metrics involved with some of these videos to help you stay ranking. So without further ado, let's go into how to get your videos to rank on YouTube. So we're going to talk about keyword research for YouTube. We're going to talk about some ways to create high quality videos. So the importance of user engagement, just as I showed you with the machine learning basics video, all the shares, all the commenting, all the views and subscriptions. Then we're going to get into how to promote your content. And then we're going to just review a little checklist for you and sum it all up. So let's get started with keyword research. So basically what we want to do is center our keywords, just like our website. We want to center our keywords around, or our content around, good keywords. So the videos on YouTube are no different than the web pages on our website. So if we have somebody who states YouTube is the world's second most well-known engine, well, it is, because it's right behind Google. It's not a search engine per se, it's a video platform, but if it was a search engine, it'd probably be second right behind Google. So YouTube is pretty popular. Majority of people use YouTube search every day to watch videos on a number of different topics. So they can find these videos in Google, but because YouTube's so powerful and so popular, people go directly right into YouTube for their searches. And so the whole idea behind YouTube being the second most well-known search engine is centered around keywords. So if you have the right keywords for your video, then the chances of you ranking higher increases on YouTube. So we're going to share with you a few easy ways to do keyword research. This is the most important step in getting your videos to rank on YouTube. Just like for those of you who watched any of the SEO videos we produced at Simplilearn, you know that keyword research is so essential to getting your web pages to rank on Google. Well, it's no different. Keyword research and choosing the right keywords is just as important for your videos as it is for your web pages. So we're going to go into a few things to do here to find the right keywords. So we have the search suggestion. You can look at your competitors. We have different tools we can use, some other factors factors involved in Google itself. So let's start talking about some of these ways to really hone in and do some good research on your keywords to align them with your videos. So first thing is search suggest. So YouTube has a feature called autocomplete. So if you've done any searches on Google, it's very similar. If you're typing something into YouTube search, then YouTube is going to suggest other related popular keywords. So let's take a look at that. If we go back to YouTube for a second, and I just type in machine learning, YouTube is going to populate on the autocomplete in the search bar some other popular keywords that we can potentially use. Or in this case, if I choose, machine learning tutorial, I'm going to see a video about machine learning tutorial. So here you can see Simplilearn's ranked #1 for machine learning tutorial, but there are other videos that show up in my search result. So we want to be able to use the search suggestion box in the search box field. So when we're typing in something, YouTube, just like on Google, is going to give us those suggestions. So if we're focusing a video on machine learning, then we have some ideas of some other keywords that we could center around, because these are our popular keywords. These are keywords that people are using to search on YouTube. So that's one suggestion. Looking at competitors is another suggestion. So we could search for keywords used by our competitors in their video title and description. So let me talk a little bit about that. What you want to do is you want to go to that particular channel of your competitor. So when you go to your particular competitor's YouTube channel, you want to be able to click on the videos tab. When you click on the videos tab, then you're going to sort by most popular, and then what you could do is see a list of videos, and then when you look at a list of videos, you're going to choose a video, and then what you're going to do then is take a look at the keywords used in the title and description. And then once you do that, you're going to have a list of keywords that you can use yourself for that video. So for example, let's go back to YouTube. So if I go to type in Simplilearn, here's their channel page just by clicking on Simplilearn. If I click on videos.
Ever wonder if there's
So now I can see all the videos.
Ever wonder if there's an easier way?
Go back. So here I can see all the videos, sort by most popular. Once I do that, then I could choose a video. This is the most popular video right now for Simplilearn. If I click on that video, it's automatically going to start playing. But what I could do is simply just look at, the content and description. So just by clicking show more, I can see all the content that align with this video. That's one way to do it, is simply by looking at your competitors. Now, what you could also do is to look at the tags associated with the particular video. And so what you want to do is you want to look at the HTML. And so that means looking at the page source. So just like web pages, what YouTube does is they look at meta tags. So if you call from SEO, in order to get your pages to rank, you need to have a title tag and a meta tag description. So videos are no different. What we're doing for YouTube is aligning certain keywords with the video. So if you take a look and do a search for keywords by viewing the page source, you're going to see all the keywords associated with a particular video. So for example, if I go back to YouTube and I look at the page source of a video, let's just say this video here, Facebook's ad tutorial, I'm going to pull up the page source. And all I need to do is Control F and type in keywords. And now for that Facebook video, I can see all the keywords associated with the video. So you can see there's a lot of different keywords we're aligning with this video. And so why do we want to do that? Because we want, our video to show up for keywords that people may type in. And so if you use that YouTube autocomplete, it's going to give you those ideas, those most popular keywords. So if they're related, align those keywords with the video. So here you can see Facebook marketing, Facebook ad strategy, Facebook ads for beginners, so forth and so on. So there's a lot of keywords we've aligned here with that particular video. And again, all you need to do is look at the page source. So right-clicking, view page source, do a Control F for keywords, and you'll be able to see the keywords aligned. So you could do that for your competitors' videos as well. So you could see what keywords your competitor's using for a video that's most popular for their channel and is also ranking on YouTube and on Google. So using the autocomplete gives you those keyword ideas. Looking at your competitors' videos also gives you some other ideas for keywords that you can align with a video that's relevant that you want to rank for. So let's look at some other ideas here. So you can install plugins, and there are plenty of plugins available on the Chrome browser that will help you see the video tags associated with a particular video. So a couple of examples are vidIQ and TubeBuddy. Those are extensions that work in Chrome, and what they do is they give you the exact tags that a particular video is using. So for example, if I go back here and I look at a video on YouTube, let's just say the machine learning basics video, I have vidIQ installed on my Chrome browser. So just by clicking on that, vidIQ is going to give me a lot of information about that video. They're just going to give me an overview of their particular metrics. They're going to give me some other information associated with Facebook, some engagement metrics. Really what I'm interested in is those keywords. So if I scroll down a bit, here I can see the video tags associated with the machine learning basics video. So vidIQ is telling me is these keywords are associated with this video. And not only does it show me what keywords are associated, I can also see where they rank. So for machine learning basics, this particular video ranks number 1. If I go down, I could see what is machine learning and how does it work. I could see it's ranked number 2. Here I could see machine learning algorithms, it's ranked number 9. So I can get some ideas of the types of keywords that are being used as tags for that video. Further down, I can also see some channel tags. But really, this is the video tags are the ideal place I want to be able to look to get an idea of the types of keywords that are associated with the video that are also ranking or not ranking. So that's another way for you to really get an understanding of what keywords to use in the particular video. So autocomplete, you can look at the page source of a competitor's video, or you can use a Chrome extension. In this case, I'm using vidIQ to give me some information about the video tags for a particular video. So according to an industry study, using keywords and video tags will help you rank well on YouTube. So you have to use keywords and video tags if you want your video to rank. There's been a lot of studies. YouTube is so popular and videos are so prominent in today's world where if you have videos and you're going to upload them to YouTube, then associate the right keywords with those videos. So some important factors when we look at keywords. What we want to do is look at search volume, we want to look at competition, we want to look at relevancy, we want to look at the primary and secondary keywords that we want to use. So well-chosen keywords will help you rank. So we just gave you some ideas on how to do some keyword research. Again, those ideas were really to use the autocomplete on YouTube or Google. They're going to give you some popular keywords. You can look what your competitors are doing by looking at the page source and just looking at the keywords that are aligned with that video. Or you can use a third-party extension in Chrome. In my example, I use vidIQ that gave me the keywords associated with that video. So you have ways to get the keywords. So what we want to do is we want to make sure we choose keywords with high search volume. They're going to drive more traffic to your video. However, we want to balance it out with keywords that have low difficulty and are easier to rank for. So you don't want to choose something very broad that's just going to be very difficult to rank for. And of course, we always want to go with relevancy. So if we're talking about machine learning basics, then we want to choose keywords associated with that. And that's where that autocomplete comes in handy, because what Google's going to do and YouTube's going to do is give us keywords that are very closely related to the video that we're trying to optimize for. And so we have a number of different keywords at our disposal that are relevant that we can look to see if they have good volume and low competition. And so the whole idea is we want to choose a keyword that defines the nature of the content. And then what we want to do is support that with secondary keywords. So we want keywords that are highly relevant to the primary keyword. So that's the way to go about aligning your keywords. You want keywords that are high volume, low competition, are relevant, And you want to choose that one keyword that is really what the content's about, and then those secondary keywords that support the primary. So if you have a machine learning video, you could choose your primary keyword as, in this case, the machine learning basics video. So well-chosen keywords help you rank well on YouTube, just like the machine learning basics. So if I go back to our video, our machine learning basics video, if I just type in machine learning basics, I'll be able to pull it up. And so here it is. If I click on it, I'm going to go to YouTube. And so here I can see this keyword.
We know humans learn from their past.
Is well aligned because it's in the title, it's in the copy, and it's aligned as a keyword tagged with the video. So we know that that keyword has good volume, low competition, is relevant because that's what the video is about, the basics of machine learning. It's an introduction to machine learning. So instead of honing in on just introduction to machine learning, primary keyword is machine learning basics. And then we supported that video with those secondary keywords. What is machine learning? Because somebody who doesn't know what machine learning is probably going to type in that keyword. And then introduction to machine learning is a good secondary keyword because it's explaining the basics of what machine learning is all about. So primary keyword, machine learning basic, secondary keywords, what is machine learning, and introduction to machine learning. So that's the whole idea behind choosing keywords. You want that keyword that really is going to define the content and then support that with those secondary keywords. So remember, when you're performing your keyword research, choose keywords for your videos that Google shows on the video results page. So what I mean by that is your video can get more views if you rank on Google as well. So the whole idea is not necessarily to be found on YouTube, it's also to be found on Google. So if I go back to Google and I just type in data science for beginners and I type in videos, then you could see we're ranked #1. So even if you're not looking at the videos, clicking on the videos link on Google search, you can always just, when you do a search, what Google's going to do is also put in the videos here as part of the search results. So what they're going to show you is the top videos that are ranking for that particular keyword. And so we may not rank overall for data science for beginners, but we're ranked #1 in the videos category. And so if somebody's looking for a video, that's important. And you can see here that these first two are ads. So what Google is doing is they're saying, hey, this is so relevant, this particular video, for the keyword query data science for beginners, that we're going to show it above the organic listings, even though it's a video. So the whole idea is to be found on YouTube and Google because you're increasing your visibility. You're increasing your chances of getting found on both search platforms. So according to Backlinko, Google ranks videos with keywords like how-to, tutorials. So, a lot of the videos that you find on YouTube are going to be instructional based. And so what Google's doing is they're saying, hey, if somebody types in how to or tutorial or an introduction to, anything that's going to signal to Google that it's instructional, it's going to help you rank. So when you search for machine learning tutorial or how to become a machine learning engineer, you're going to get results related to that. Because if you look at these examples, we have machine learning tutorial in our title, or how to become a machine learning engineer. So keep that in mind. If you're creating a video and it's educational in nature, use those key terms like how to and tutorials in the video title, because that will help you rank. So let's move over now to video title. So we want to use our target keyword in the title of the video. And again, we want to make sure if it's educational to include that keyword tutorial or how to. So for every video title, YouTube has a limit of 100 characters. So we really have to pick and choose really wisely. So if we look at the video that we were focusing on a couple of minutes ago, so machine learning basics, here we could see under 100 characters, we have machine learning basics, what is machine learning, introduction to machine learning, and then the brand name. So that is the title of this particular video. So it takes into account the primary keyword, the secondary keywords in the title, and it also includes that key term that really Google and YouTube like, and that's what is machine learning. So it's helping us rank by having our keywords in the title with that key phrase, what is. Okay, so that's a good tidbit on creating a good video title, is to align it with the right keywords, your primary and your secondary. And so we want to use those catchy words and numbers to gain high click-through rates. Just like you would on the title tag of your web page, we want to do the same with our video title, because the video title is what's going to show up in search. So if I go back to, search, here we could see, data science tutorial, data science for beginners. So we want to make sure, in this case, you can see data science in 5 minutes. So that was purposely done so that, hey, I don't have time to watch a video. I only have a couple minutes. Data science in 5 minutes. Okay, great. I'm going to click on the video, and now I have an opportunity to watch something and learn something under 5 minutes. So choosing the right words in your video title is going to help you get that click-through rate up. Remember, click-through rate is clicks divided by impressions, and an impression is how many times your video shows up in the search results on YouTube or Google. So we want to keep our click-through rate high, and in order to do that, we want to be able to write some really good title tags for our video. So use catchy words like a number or how to or what is, because that's going to resonate with people when they're searching. Now for the description, what we want to do is we want to use the target word at the beginning of the description, the title, and the tags itself. So if I go back to my video here, machine learning basics, we know it's in the video title. And right off the bat, if I look at the description of the video here, I can see this machine learning basics video will help you understand what is machine learning. So our primary keyword is in the first sentence, right in the introductory of the description. And so that's going to bode well for optimizing our video. The description length is 5,000 characters. So we have a lot of characters to work with. So if I go back to my video, I click show more, we have a lot of characters to really describe what the video is about. Okay, there's no shortage of including keywords into the content. So you have 5,000 characters. Go ahead and see if you can work in naturally your keywords. But one of the key tips here is just make sure that first sentence starts out with that keyword. That's a good tip. Of course, you always want to make it sound natural as possible. You don't want to stuff it with keywords. At the same time, work them in naturally. Work in your keywords naturally. And then include hashtags in your description to help the audience find your video easily. So if I go back here, we want to be able to include hashtags. So hashtags, it's like anything else you would use on social media. It just signals to the end user, hey, this is what the video is all about. And if I go ahead and type in that keyword, then our video has a better chance because it's aligned with that hashtag. And then there's target keywords and LSI keywords, latent semantic indexing keywords. We want to be able to use those keywords as target keywords with our video. So if you recall the example I gave a few minutes ago, we used the Facebook ads tutorial as our example. Here I could see all the target keywords associated with that particular video. So don't be afraid to use those LSI related keywords, meaning keywords that are related to the content. Use them as target keywords with the video. So between your LSI keywords, target keywords, and then using our primary and secondary keyword in the title tag, using our primary and secondary keyword in the description, and then using hashtags in the description, the combination of all of that, if we chose the right keyword, then we should find that our video will eventually rank on YouTube. So just doing these small tidbits with our keywords really help get our video to rank. So at the end of the day, we want to be able to use the tools available to us, YouTube itself by looking at our competitors, those extensions like vidIQ, the autocomplete, to really find our good keywords, and then incorporating those keywords into, the title tag, the description as target keywords, hashtags. We should really be off and running with our video on YouTube. Let's turn our attention to creating high quality videos and some of the best practices around that. So along with everything we mentioned about choosing the right keywords, we always need to keep in mind that the videos we create need to be of high quality. So the content itself in addition to the keywords, is a primary factor in ranking. So in order to have keywords, we need to have content. And in order to rank, we need to have good content. So let's talk a little bit about creating content and what's involved with that and what we really mean by high quality videos. So if you have a video content that is not informative or relevant to the topic, it won't rank. So that's just common sense. So you need to create content that's aligned with the topic, obviously, and then that way you have keywords that are aligned with the content. So, but if you have content that really isn't aligned with the topic, then you're not going to rank, no matter how much you've optimized that video. So just keep that in mind. So there's a couple of things we want to look at here. So high quality content is determined by really two metrics. So if we're not sure about how good our content is and how good of high quality video we created, we want to look at audience retention and user engagement. So audience retention is simply the percentage length of your video that the audience has watched. It's the percentage your audience has watched. So focusing on audience retention is important for people who want their videos to rank high. So if you want to rank, you need to optimize for the keywords, but you got to keep in mind content. So content is related to audience retention and user engagement. So audience retention, percentage length, your video that the audience has watched. And for example, it can be both absolute in minutes or percentages. So audience retention can be the average view duration or percentage of the audience that watched. Then we have user engagement. So user engagement are viewers who are engaged with your content. And so that means they're either sharing it, subscribing, commenting, or liking. So those are all forms of engagement. So the percentage of users who watched or how long they watched versus engagement or in combination with engagement are two factors for ranking. So let's talk about some tips for creating high quality videos. So we want to publish longer videos. And so what do we mean behind longer videos? So what's the reason for longer videos? Let's just suppose we have two videos, one shorter in length and one longer in length. First video is 15 minutes long. The second video is 7 minutes long. So on average, if viewers watch about 40% of both videos, then video X, which is 15 minutes long, will have more than twice the watch time of the video that's 7 minutes long. So remember, duration. We want, people to watch our videos longer. So if the video is longer in length, if it's 40%, then it's going to have a longer audience engagement, audience retention. So that's one of the reasons, from a metric standpoint. So even when viewers watch, both videos, the time is going to differ. So we want to take into account longer videos for primarily that reason, is because, it gives an end user an opportunity to watch the video longer, and then it's going to help us rank our videos longer. So when we talk about watch time, so if one video has higher watch time than the other, watch time is just the number of views times the average view duration. So another tip is we want to plan our video script. So we want to keep the content organized. My recommendation is, create an outline first. And once you create an outline of how the video is going to flow, then start populating with content. And so to me, that's how you can keep the flow organized, okay, is really with an outline, starting out with an outline. Videos are no different than, say, a presentation. If you've done a PowerPoint presentation, you always want to start out doing an outline. And then we want to upload high resolution videos. High resolution, we don't want to create videos that, are small resolution, like say, 400 by 400 resolution or something, something really small. We want to create something in very high res. So according to Back or Linko, more than 50% of videos on the first page of YouTube are high definition. So high definition videos of higher quality are going to be shown on the first page of YouTube more often than not. So high resolution videos, organizing the content, publishing longer videos are examples of creating high quality videos. We also want to make sure that content is relevant to the title. So if we're talking about machine learning basics, obviously the content is going to be about, intro to machine learning or what is machine learning, and then the title should reflect that content. So aligning the title sets the expectation for the end user. So when they see a title, what is machine learning? Then when they watch the video, they're expecting to learn about machine learning and what it is. So if it meets expectations, then the chances are that person who's watching the video is going to watch it longer. And that means it's going to fulfill the viewer's requirements. And when you align everything accordingly, keywords, titles, content, then at the end of the day, the user is going to watch it. And the more they watch it, the higher the engagement. The higher the engagement, the better chance you have to rank. Some other tips that you could use to create high quality videos. So we want to be able to use examples to clarify our content. So don't be afraid to go into another screen like I am. If I'm talking about videos, jump into the machine learning basics video, which I've done throughout this session. I can simply do that by keeping the user engaged. Here, this video is about machine learning basics. Well, the titles align with the video. We made sure that we have a nice description about what the video is about, and we're aligning the expectations. So not only that, I'm showing you an example within the video itself. So we want to use examples throughout your video to keep the user engaged. It will also help clarify what you're trying to express in the video itself. So we want to make it visually appealing. So visually appealing means imagery or examples in the video. And then when we talk about imagery, you want to use good images in your video. So use public domain sites that are available to you, like Shutterstock or Flat Icon. There are plenty of those sites out there. So feel free to use any one of those sites to use high quality images in your video. Give more information to your audience. Giving maximum relevant information can help gain more views. And so when we talk about more information, again, it goes back to the examples you use. Should be no shortage of examples. Here, description. Use all 5,000 characters at your disposal. Imagery. We want to build up as much information as you can in the video itself to keep the end user, the viewer, engaged. We also want to create original content. So always create original content. You could certainly get ideas from YouTube. If you want to create a video about machine learning, see what else has already been done. Do searches on YouTube itself. But, when you're going to create a video, you can create another video about what is machine learning, but just make sure it has your own take on it. You're the subject matter expert when creating the video. Create it with your own original content. Have high audio quality and video effects. So just like you see here on this video, we have effects in it, and the audio is of high quality, meaning no background noise, no distortion, and we want to be able to speak clearly in the video. So you want to speak clearly, loudly, concise, just as I'm trying to do now, so that you can understand what I'm trying to say, or what the viewer's trying to understand when they're watching the video. So watching and listening are two of the components, and you want to make sure both of are high quality. Avoid distractions. We don't want to pause. You don't want to ramble on a particular point too long. We want to keep users engaged. So you always want to move from one point to the other. Intermix it with examples. Those are ways to keep the users engaged. We want to include transcripts or subtitles for your video. So transcripts is just more content that's aligned with the video, and the search engines will be able to pick up that content and help your video rank. So to me, that's a key component to creating a good video, is having the necessary content to go along with the video. That outline I referenced earlier in terms of organization, you always want to have a content outline. So what topics are you going to cover in the video? That's why you need the outline, to point that out, confirm that before you actually start creating the video. Okay, focus on the initial 15 seconds. So that's key. Somebody's going to click the play button of your video, and if you don't catch them in the first 15 seconds, then they're likely going to pause the video or just go ahead and close it out altogether. So you want to be able to capture somebody's attention right off the bat. And even before they click on that play button, you want to make sure, again, you're exceeding expectations. That title is aligned with the content. So in your first 15 seconds, it basically needs to be catchy, but also setting the expectation of what the user's expecting. So In this example here, we want to pay close attention to the first 15 seconds. That's when viewers are most likely to drop off. So we can look at audience retention in YouTube. So use the options above the graph to view absolute audience retention or relative audience retention. So audience retention is basically how many views a video received and the percentage of the total number of video views. And that includes every moment of the video as a percentage. So we'll show you an example of what that looks like. So here, if we go to the machine learning basics video, we can look at the audience retention report. And this is, since it's been uploaded, the lifetime audience retention. So here we can see a nice graph, the percentage of people who viewed it and how long they viewed it. So in percentage. So here, for example, I can see, 44% watched the video for at least 2 minutes. Here I can see 28.6% watched it for 6 minutes plus. So that's the audience retention. It gives us an idea in terms of percentage, how many people or percentage of people watch the video at what length. So that's audience retention. So we want to keep that number high at the very initial stage of the video. And we want to keep it high throughout, and that's why you always want to create high quality content, using those examples, using imagery, making it organized content, not pausing, going from one point to the other. Those are all best practices to keep the viewer engaged. And then we want to add resources from well-known sites. So throughout this video, we've used Backlinko. There are other sources we've used. So if you have a source, go ahead and put it in your video to add credibility. And then we want to use cards to your video. So this cards is basically a feature that recommends relevant videos to your audience. So in addition to machine learning basics, there could be other videos about machine learning that we can recommend, or YouTube can recommend to the audience. To set up end screens, you want to make sure that with end screens, you can use relevant videos to your audience towards the end of your video. So you can recommend relevant videos towards the end of your video. You can also create playlists. So this is a feature that keeps your audience engaged with relevant content by auto-playing the next video. So if you enable this feature, it's going to go from one video to another. Pattern interrupts keep the audience engaged. So basically, it allows your audience to stay within one video without having any interruptions involved. And so going back to the Did You Know, audience retention report helps you analyze how well your videos are engaging to the audience. So what do we mean by that? Well, if I go back again to my audience retention report, how engaging was it? Well, I could see 42%, 43% watched it on average of 3 minutes and 21 seconds. So to me, that's pretty good. Of course, we always want 100% of the video. The video is 7 minutes long. If almost half of our audience saw over half of the video, then I would say that's pretty good. People were engaged. So audience retention just is a good report to start looking at to help you understand how engaging is my video. And if your video is not engaging, you can always go back and edit it or fix it or tweak it. So remember, the average view duration for all videos and top performing videos listed by all time, we can look at that information as well. In addition, we can look at demographics, so we can get an overview of the age, gender, and location. Okay, we can look at playback locations report, and what the playback locations report does is it helps us determine the platforms where our videos are being streamed from within YouTube. Look at the traffic sources, where did the viewers come from, devices, did they look on mobile or tablet? And so if there's any doubts, if you have any questions, please drop a comment below, but especially if you have any doubts on the metrics. So if we go back into YouTube, we can look at analytics, and if we're looking at analytics, we can see more, and then this is going to show us everything we need to see from device type. So if I click on more, I can see my playback location. So this will show me where the video was watched. It was on a watch page or a channel page. I could see the traffic sources. I could see the gender and age. So if I click on the viewer age report, I can see the percentage of views by age. So I can get a lot of information about my video and how it's performed, who's watched it, what they've done with it, where they come from, all the information they need to know. Okay, so it's all within YouTube Analytics. So again, if you have any questions about that, just drop a comment below. Especially if you're new to YouTube, you may have some questions, but just know that every video you publish to YouTube, high quality, aligned with your keywords, you're going to be able to view the metrics by looking at YouTube Analytics. So let's talk about the importance of user engagement. So engagement is, as we mentioned, important because basically we can't rank without engagement. Our videos won't rank unless we have engagement. So that's why it's important. So engagement is somebody liking the video, commenting, sharing it, or subscribing. Each one of these is important to ranking. So yes, you need to align keywords. Yes, you need to have high quality content. So when you do both of those, and you upload your video, then it's up to the viewer. And so the hard work that you put out for the video is hopefully going to pay dividends with engagement. So you want people to do one of these four. Okay, so let's talk about what that means. So how do I get engagement? So we already talked about creating engaging content. So there are a lot of tips to creating engaging content. And so according to WordStream, if your content is entertaining, then over 3/4 of the users are going to share it. So that's part of keeping users engaged, is keeping it entertaining, is part of getting a high quality video. So remember, on the high quality video, when we say entertaining, the audio portion has a lot to do with it. Examples has a lot to do with it. Quality of the video itself has a lot to do with it. So there's a lot of components. So all those components on a high quality video are going to lead to engagement. So parts of what you could do in your videos is conduct a quiz. So meaning the quiz itself is a way to keep people engaged in your video. So that'll also help you get some more comments. So according to Backlinku, video comments help in ranking your video higher. So just as I mentioned in the last segment about YouTube Analytics and all the different reports available on YouTube, hey, if you have questions in those, just go ahead and add a comment. So that's a way to entice your users or your viewers to add comments, is if they have questions. Because, with videos, you're not going to be able to cover every detail or every minute detail about a particular topic. You can only cover, in some cases, the topic at a high level. So users are going to have comments or questions naturally. And so the comment section is a good way to remind viewers, hey, if you have a question or comment, go ahead and put it in the comment section, because that will lend to engagement as well. So we want to add sources from high quality websites. That'll help with engagement. Okay, use humor in your video. We want to be able to basically, make it human-based. We don't want to be robots. So we want to be able to sound like, we know what we're talking about, but at the same time, talk to the viewer, not necessarily at the viewer or looking the other way and just going through the motions. So adding humor, adding personality never hurts. At the end of the day, we are all human. Adding that clear call to action at the end of the video will also lead to engagement. So if we win the video with, hey, leave your comments on this video, or hey, feel free to share this video with colleagues who are interested, then that's a call to action that's likely going to lead to more engagement. Reply to your comments as well. So if you have comments, we always want to reply to them. Likely those comments are going to be questions, because again, as I mentioned, even in this video about how to rank your videos on YouTube, okay, there's a lot of information, and a lot of information sometimes doesn't get covered in its entirety. And so we want to make sure that if we miss something, because we're only human, that we're able to respond in the form of an answer to a question that somebody leaves in the comment section. So more comments also lead to higher rankings because it's engagement. So when you're getting high engagement and your video starts to rank well, you're going to start feeling really good. And what is that going to do? Okay, that feel good's going to lead to confidence, which in turn is going to probably lead to more videos. And that's exactly what we do at Simplilearn. We're in the education business, but we're in it to not only educate, but making sure that our videos are shown to as many people as possible so that we can educate as many people as possible. So it's contagious. So getting ranked feels good. And then once you get ranked, then you probably have good engagement. Okay, let's talk about how to promote your content. So once you've done all the hard work, getting your video done, high quality content, optimized with keywords, and then published to YouTube, we want to let everybody in the world know about it, right? So we want to promote it. We've done all the work. We want to promote it now. So is it necessary to promote it? I would say yes, because once your video is published, you want to reach out. You want to reach out to your audience, not necessarily on YouTube, but on different platforms. So if you're active on Facebook or Twitter, that's an opportunity for you to post or tweet something about the new video. So when we say different platforms, I am talking about, social media platforms. So it depends on what you're active on. So if you're active on Facebook, go ahead and post something. You're active on Twitter, go ahead and tweet something. It could be, on LinkedIn group. If you're part of a LinkedIn group about, machine learning, then go ahead and post something to that group to promote the video. So that's going to help drive traffic to the video and then help with engagement. So we want to engage with our audience on those social media sites. So it really depends on what you're active on. So if you have a large following on Twitter, then go ahead and share that YouTube video link on Twitter with the tweet that's going to drive traffic from Twitter to YouTube. Remember, you're going to be able to see audience engagement or retention by getting people to watch the video. So you're going to be able to see right away by promoting the video and driving traffic to the video how engaging it is. And remember, the more people you have watch the video, the more engaging it becomes, the better it's going to rank. So it's an ecosystem, and promoting your content is part of that ecosystem. So it all starts with social media. If you're active on whatever platform that is, go ahead and promote it. So you can also look at, content-based social media sites or social media content-based platforms like Reddit or Flickr, for example. So you can participate in a forum discussion on Reddit. So in this example here, it's about machine learning. So we want to be able to post something about machine learning with the link to our video. So we can also go to content-based sites that are Q&A related, like Quora, for example. Quora is a really good site where, if you go there, post information about machine learning or the basics of machine learning with the link back to the video, it's going to help, because not only is it going to drive traffic, but it's going to signal to Google, hey, you get a lot of traffic coming from Quora. This is going to bode well for this video in terms of ranking. So here's an example. If you find a question that you can post on Quora, then you're going to get people to click on your video and respond accordingly on Quora. Or you can act as the person responding to a question that's already there. So if somebody already asked a question about what is machine learning, you can respond with your video as the answer. So you can just simply embed your video URL as part of your answer. That'll help drive traffic. So you can also create your own blog and embed your video. So in the case of machine learning, here we have an example. Machine learning, what is it and why it matters? So this goes nicely with the video. So here you can see the author of this blog went ahead and embedded the relevant video in the blog post. So they play off one another nicely. You can also opt in for influencer marketing, meaning, hey, you can reach out to somebody. In this example here, Katie Nuggets posted information about machine learning. So in this case, why choose machine learning as a career? Well, they got information, and then what did they do? They went ahead and embedded the video about machine learning basics. And so working with, influencers in a particular category or topic will help drive traffic to the video. You can also create a YouTube playlist. So playlists tend to rank high in YouTube searches. So if you find yourself doing a lot of videos, well, go ahead and, go to your channel, and simply in your channel, you can go ahead and create playlists. So when you create playlists, basically what you're doing is you're organizing the content into different playlists. No different than, say, the music you have set up on your, your iPhone or iPad or iPod, whatever it is you're using. So you're just creating different videos in a particular category. And YouTube likes it, it's organized, it's going to help you get your videos found quicker and easier on YouTube itself by putting your videos in a playlist. So here you could see we have an entire playlist on machine learning, trending technologies, cloud computing, big data, digital marketing, project management, so a lot of different playlists. Very organized. If somebody goes to the channel, they're going to be able to go to the playlist that's interesting to them and see all the videos videos there. So it allows not only the end user to find what they're looking for, but it's good for YouTube because YouTube likes those playlists. So we want to engage our audience by posting your video link on a community page. So you could do that within YouTube, and you can prefer to link your YouTube channel in your email. So you can also do that. So for example, if I go back to YouTube and I'm looking at a YouTube video, I can always click share. So here I'm going to get a particular URL that's associated with the video, and I can just embed that. So I can embed the whole thing in my email. I can embed it on a web page or a blog post. So just by clicking share, I can also immediately share it onto the social media platforms that we mentioned: Facebook, LinkedIn, Reddit, Tumblr. So there's a lot of ways to embed the video, not just on a blog post or influencer blog post, but in our email and on social media as well. So here's an example of what we can do with a YouTube discussion. So we can also bookmark the video on a popular bookmarking site, like Stumbled Upon or Reddit, or, there's lots of other ones out there. So there's plenty of sites that you'll be able to go to and bookmark that content so that people can find it. And you can always opt for backlinks. So that means that, hey, if there's a blogger out there that blogs about machine learning, you can always, ask that blogger to create a link back to the video, and you could reciprocate, do the same thing. So that helps increase the authority of the video. So there's a lot of things you could do to promote your video. So let's do a quick review on everything we talked about in terms of ranking your video on YouTube. It all starts with the keywords. So we want to identify a list of keywords that are relevant to the video. So we can use tools to choose our keywords, but remember, we want to choose keywords that have high volume and low competition. And so where can we go to choose those keywords? Well, we can use the autocomplete on YouTube. We could check out our own competitors' videos, or we could use vidIQ or TubeBuddy or any of these extensions in Chrome to help us look at the keywords that are tagged with a particular video. So remember, we want to have a primary keyword that's aligned with the content, and we want to choose LSI keywords as our secondary keyword, or keywords that are related to the primary keyword. So we want to create high retention videos, meaning that first 15 seconds are the most important, but throughout the video, we want to use examples. We want to keep it interacting by adding quizzes, imagery, good audio, good video quality. So we want to focus on the user experience. And we also want to optimize our video content. What does that mean? Well, those keywords that we chose, we want to use them in the title. We want to use them in the description. We want to use them as hashtags. We want to use them and tag them with the video themselves. So we can add keywords to our meta tag. Okay, we don't want to overdo it, but we want to add a handful of keywords that are associated with the video. So we want to be able to write eye-catchy video titles and descriptions. So remember, use some of those key phrases like a number or a question like, what is machine learning? So we want to use relevant meta tags for the videos, and we want to use popular YouTube tags. So we want to be able to tag our videos appropriately. So watch the length of your meta tags. So there are lengths involved. Remember, keywords at the beginning of the title, target keywords in the title, description, and tags. We want to use interesting thumbnails to increase our click-through rate. Ensure that thumbnails are relevant, meaning when I say thumbnails, I mean the actual title tag itself or the meta description. We want to use high-res videos. We want to create, videos with good high audio quality. Don't be afraid to put in video effects like some animation. Don't be afraid to use examples. And then, obviously look at the draft of the video before you publish it. So does your video follow an outline? Is it organized? So these are all the things to take into account. And there's plenty more you can do. You remember, once you create and optimize that video, you want to promote it. You want to make sure that you're sharing it on social media. You create a complimentary blog, generate backlinks from, say, other blog posts. So there are lots of things you can do to promote your video. So before you promote it, you want to organize the content, create good quality content, align it with keywords. Once you publish it, keep organizing it by creating those playlists, and then reach out on social, reach out on different communities related to the topic. And all those things combined will help you to get your YouTube video ranked. So again, some key takeaways here. Use the keyword research available to you on YouTube. You want to basically, watch your descriptions. You want to be able to align your keywords with your title and meta tag description. You want to be able to promote your content on social media, on social bookmarking. And I can't stress enough, create high quality video. First 15 seconds are important, but you're going to know if you have good quality video because every video has analytics associated with it. So we want to keep in mind the engagement. So just by looking at the video itself. So here I can see this blockchain in 7 minutes. It was just posted just yesterday, the 27th. So basically already 42 likes, 33 comments, 378 views. So these are all engagement related metrics. So you'll be able to just look at the front of any video and see how well it's performing from an engagement standpoint. So the better the engagement, the better of a chance you have to rank. Thank you for watching this video about how to rank your YouTube videos. If you have more information, visit Simplilearn.com, or right below the video, go ahead and add a comment. We'll be sure to respond accordingly and quickly. Thank you very much, and look forward to seeing you on future videos.
Hi there, if you like this video, subscribe to the Simplilearn YouTube channel and click here to watch similar videos. To nerd up and get certified, click here.